Good evening. We're going to begin with some breaking news. A rather shocking verdict in the Pizza Man trial.
Not guilty of arson, but guilty of lying. Our Chip Brewster is live at the courthouse with our story.
Feras Rahman is the former owner of the Black and White Cafe. You may recall that is where a fire started 2.5 years ago that ultimately burnt down Pizza Man. Well, after 2.5 hours yesterday and another 7 hours today, the jury came out and found him innocent of being involved with that arson. About a dozen friends and family have stood by Rahman throughout his entire ordeal today. Many of them had difficulty holding back their emotions as the verdicts were read. Rahman has been the target of a federal investigation into the arson since he was indicted last May. You may recall it was January 19th of 2010 when a gasoline-based explosion happened inside of his Black and White Cafe. His defense team argued there was no direct evidence tying Rahman to that fire, and another suspect was not investigated thoroughly enough, leaving plenty of room for a reasonable doubt to find Rahman innocent. Regardless of what exactly tipped the verdict in his favor, today Rahman is celebrating his freedom.
This is an emotional time that after 2.5 years of being a suspect and they're trying to convict you of doing something that you didn't do, tears of joy just come out, you can't help it. So I am just glad that this is over. Those were all tears of joy.
Rahman was originally charged with 5 different crimes, and the 4th, and as you mentioned, was for giving a false statement to officers. He was found guilty on that. Specifically, it's because he lied about his computer, which he claimed was in the cafe that burned down, but was actually later found in his mother's home underneath his bed. Now, he will have a sentencing later this month for that crime, and that carries a maximum of 5 years in prison. Reporting live outside the federal courthouse in Milwaukee, Chip Brewster, Fox 6 News.
Real quick, did prosecutors make a statement after the verdict?
Say that again?
Did prosecutors make any kind of a statement after the verdict?
The jurors?
No, the prosecutors.
I'm so sorry. No, the prosecutors left pretty quickly and quietly. It was pretty much his family and friends in the courtroom, so they didn't have too much reason to stay. But to add on to that, the question I thought you were asking, none of the jurors, I tried, none of them would answer any questions as well.
Okay. Chip, thank you very much for that.